I am Jocques, okay? Uh, and
No,
today
not this
my
guy.
quote-unquote PowerPoint will be on ranking all of my past D&D characters and how all of those campaigns fizzled out and flopped, okay?
Beautiful.
So. I would like to wait. I remember this. Boom. Okay. I would like to preface that I want to give you guys a warning. Some of these flops are a little controversial, not for me, but some people were weird. And I want you all to laugh. I think it's all very funny. And if you don't laugh, then I'll curse you. Okay.
Wow.
All right. So my first character is not technically. Oh, okay. And then also for ranking, there will be two rankings. One ranking will be on just like the character itself, concept, the art that I drew of them, how I played them. And then the other will be the flop in question. Okay. So the first character is kind of not a D&D character, but they are my first kind of foray. Oh, I don't know the word. My first delve into role play. I didn't start really getting into it, but yes, this is back in middle school. These drawings are this one, I think early high school, middle school. And I was in a kick chat and we were all role playing different characters and fighting each other and doing all sorts of things. But this is my character. Their name is Ice Douche. They are a space alien who roams the universe, finding suitors for themselves, and then unfortunately killing them because Ice Douche went to ninja college and is in extreme debt right now, and those ninjas are really trying to get him out of there. So he needs to, kill these suitors to pay them off. And I would just, I would rate Ice Douche on my scale right here. I'm gonna just character-wise, I would have to put an A because it's iconic. I think literally, if you really think about it, he was a space escort, just killing people and doing backflips and being super slay. He had a gun that shot out little black holes. It was great, guys. And do you see? Oh, wrong thing. Do you see his outfit? He's just serving. Oh my god. Okay, so yes, that's how I would rate the character itself. But mama, this flop, it's something sinister. Okay, so basically with Ice Douche, I associate Ice Douche with a very specific time and person, again, very young, and in that specific kick server. But I would role play, and there would be always this one guy who would be really weird to my character, and I don't know, I would be no, you can't do that. You're straight. And he's like, no, my characters are all pansexual. And I'm like, okay. And so continuing on, I, of course, had a very weird situationship with him. But yes, a weird situationship. He was in love with my friend who was a lesbian. And then also, I was in love with him. And it was a whole thing. So for that, I would have to put the flop level on B because it was, again, this isn't actually a D&D game. And then it's funny to me, honestly, that I was in a love triangle with a lesbian and a fake pansexual, I guess. So yeah, that is the first rating. That's Ice Douche, gotta love him. Next character is my first ever D&D character, guys. This is Tilly Pan. These drawings I made in I think ninth grade, first year of high school. I was really fucking starving for some D&D, guys. So I cooked something up. He is a gnome conjuration wizard. This is his familiar, an imp named Pot. And so his lore is that he grew up in a cult. He was raised in a cult and he ran away, and he's on the run because the cult is looking for him. Didn't do really too much with the backstory. Nothing's really changed, guys. So what? Yes, okay. And for this one, I love Chili Pan so much. He was a little British. Joker. I mean, he was compared to Jester a lot just because he was very unserious. And this was the time of Critical Role Campaign 2, I think. And I would just like to say that I was fucking first. I was playing him before Jester was even a thing. This was my first like long-term campaign, like straight out the gate. This is when everybody wanted to be Critical Role, even if you didn't have the chops to do it. So everyone was like, it was like, I mean, I think my first D&D game I played for 3.5 years. So I really did have a very strong attachment to this character. The rating for him, I would have to put just like character design, execution, B. I love him. Outfit, it's cute. It's cute, but it could be better. Like it's not like serving, you know? And
the art is fantastic.
Thank you. It's also you know, I don't know how to explain it. Like when I look back, there wasn't very much depth to his character, but I had fun. So the flop though.
He's getting like wanted to create a well-rounded, like realistic character, didn't want to make him too over the top or something.
Yes,
you know? Like
yes,
he was your first one, you wanted to be serious and be taken
exactly.
Yeah.
I was locked in, girl. I was locked in. So for the flop, this one is definitely interesting. With this game, again, trying to be on like Critical Role, very high drama. But the thing is with the DM, there was no sense of vetting, and then also it was a revolving door of new players. So I think like it would be like a core 3 maybe. It was me, 2 others, and then like maybe 2 new players every other month. Because he would not let it fucking go. And like some of them, it would be from Reddit, some of them would be his friends. But most of the time, there would always be some fucking like loser, okay? Loser. I'm not getting the best item or whatever, but a specific time I have to give this people like flops for. Tilly Pan was out of commission for a little bit. Like something happened with the story or whatever. And I was playing because, again, you can get a little sneak peek. I love drows. I was playing a little drow character, and we had one of the revolving door players. He had come in, but this time it was the DM's friend from back home, his little out of nowhere fucking town. And he came in, he was playing a dwarf, and we were in a tavern. And I remember him saying in his little Irish accent or whatever the fuck, darkies shouldn't belong on the surface.
Bro. Oh my God. And
I just sat there. I was like, okay. I just sat there. I was like, okay. I mean, mind you, I was very young. Like I had just joined my cheer team at school and also the musical. I was doing a lot of things. I could not be bothered by this guy being really racist to me in D&D. I need my escapism. So I stayed. And then later on, I remember I had like everybody, it's been a while getting each other's Instagrams. My Instagram is given. And mama, I did not expect you to be black. Oh, okay, sure. And he said, no, it's not a race thing. My my sister-in-law's stepdaughter, she's half black. I said, okay, yes.
Give me a second to qualify it.
And then finally the campaign came to an end, not because of all of these weird things I happened to do, just because I was, getting a little busier in life, and I couldn't fit in this like specific D&D time slot. But the way Tilly went out with super slay. We all went to go fight Tilly's dad. And turns out he's doing this whole cult thing because Tilly has this evil, horrible curse that's like killing him, and his dad has to sacrifice all these people just to keep him alive for another day, and he's doing it because he loves him so much. Still killed him though, but since we killed him, I'm now dying from the evil magic sickness that I have, and that's how I was gonna leave. But I said, since I'm freaking dying, we have a fucking deck of many things. Let me just draw something. And baby, I drew a wish card. It was gag. You guys should have been there, okay? We were sitting on this balcony and we were like reminiscing about old times because I'm saying goodbye to these people I've been with, like, who literally since I was like 15 and now I'm like 17, 18 going away for college. Like it hurt a little. And it was great. So Tilly ended up surviving, and I'll give this one on flop level a B, just because, well, those people were weird, but he was my first D&D character. All right, next. Oh, out of order. Okay, whatever. This is. Let me hold on. Let me I think I can save this, guys. This is Midas. I think so. In this era, I had two D&D campaigns at once because this is COVID times now, and I was super bored. I mean, I'm gonna play some fucking Dungeons and Dragons. I think I was playing D&D maybe 3 times a week. It was crazy. So Midas right here. Okay, this is Midas. Super cute, super slay. His whole thing is that he is a wild magic sorcerer, but was using a custom magic table. And if you rolled an 100 on that magic table, then the next thing you say would be under the effect of the wish spell. So I basically have his lore as he is this I forgot what the gods were in their worlds, but like these freaking like people who live in the mountains can't have a baby, and they're like, you know what? I really want a child. Let me go and to this god and ask them for a child. The god gives them a child, and but since they have all this crazy magic, they keep them inside. I don't know if you guys are seeing some patterns. I can only make 2 characters. Keep them inside. Don't let them out, and that causes a bit of a rift between Midas and his parents. And on his, I think, 21st birthday, he wants to really just leave. He wants to really leave, and they're not letting him. And he wishes they didn't exist, and they don't. So they stop existing, and he's sent off to live at a monastery with this guy here, Craxus, his childhood best friend. And how the campaign starts is they are super cool, super fun. It's just like some random shit, but I'll have to give his like design rating. Baby, I live for this outfit. I live for this art. He's super cunt. It's just giving. Like I love.
100%.
Okay, so I have to give him S. I love the big afro. I love the rainbow magic that he has going on. The gold eyes that he has because, of course, Midas. The story, he actually did turn someone into gold because that was on the list as well. It was very fun. And yeah, but the flop, girl, let's get into this flop. So a couple things are wrong with this game. This DM, I swear to God bless his heart. He is very interesting. He plays the game very like video gamey. Like this is like XP you get from only killing things. If you like solve an encounter by talking, like it doesn't count. Unless you kill something, you aren't leveling up. And like whenever like I would try and like engage in RP with just like myself, or especially because Midas and Cracks, as you guys can see, they were so madly in love with each other. Especially any RP with Craxus, the way he would shut that shit down so quick, it would be next scene. Like we had maybe 3 minutes together. And that's all fun and games. But again, I guess I just can't escape the bad characters. So let me see if I don't have it, but there is a freaking picture of the whole party that someone drew. And there's this one little guy. And there's this one little gnome man who was weird as usual, as fucking usual. Okay, so in this game, the big thing that happened was one of the characters were given the chance to make a wish. And there's, in most fantasy settings, there's some fantasy racism. And of course, another character had to be a little fantasy racist. Yep. And so he said, all dwarves are like Asian people. They all look the same. So yes. He said that, and then I think he oh my god. So during the game, he was just like vehemently racist towards this like elven girl because she was an elf, and it was a lot. It was a lot, guys. And so this player wishes that there's no more racism in the game. No more racism. Honestly, like I would have did the same thing if I had a guy that annoying trying and like really bug me. And the DM solution, honestly, props to him. I'm pretty sure most DMs would do something like this. Instead of getting rid of racism, anytime you thought a racist thought, you would take 10d10 psychic damage. So a lot of people were dying. And I think this is my time to dip out. This is getting a little past me. And, COVID's ending. I don't need this many D&D games. So I'll give this flop an A because I really did love Midas, but that was really insane. These people are crazy, guys. I can't escape them.
Can you clarify real quick? I think Nova asked earlier in the chat, is S tier a more of a flop or less of a flop? Does that mean you got away unscathed, or is it like this was a fucking nightmare?
Yeah, S tier is nightmare. S tier is like, okay, oh my god, this was horrible. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Alrighty. So next character. Let's see. I think I also didn't open that one, so I'm gonna go and get that. Am I running over time? What's my time looking like? I think I need to hurry up.
So you're at like 18 minutes.
No, wait, shut me up.
Keep going though. Keep going. Like I'm.
Yeah, baby girl, keep going. We want to
There's
grow.
like 3 left, so I figured. But
okay, I'm sorry.
Hustle.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good,
so this is Onyx. Really love them. They're super slay. I played them in a Ravenloft campaign. Like guys, they slayed down. They were a cleric of the Raven Queen. And I was really getting into like digital art at the time because before with most of these pictures, this vibe, all of that was drawn on my phone. Okay, so I had just gotten a digital tablet and I was like, baby, this is it. So Onyx, beautiful, great. And the campaign was kind of all right. But character design wise, S tier because they're so beautiful. And campaign wise, I will give it on level of floppiness, I'll give it C because this is actually the only D&D campaign I've ever finished. I finished the game all the way through. I played completely through it, but the DM didn't really try at all to like incorporate like our characters' backstories, but like, he doesn't have to, I guess. And I got out of it unscathed. Everybody was pretty fine. Alrighty, and then this character right here might seem a little familiar to you guys because he's basically Clementine, guys. This is Clementine, but not. This is Tulabelle. Okay, so this is Tulabelle. This is the D&D campaign I played before I met you guys. He is a Circle of the Stars druid, super sweet, super cute. Love his design. And so for design, I will have to give him I think I'll give him S because I just love it so much. It's just so beautiful. and that's Clementine. Okay.
And it became Clementine, yeah. So
yes, and it became Clementine, exactly. So you guys can see where the origins are. But for flop level, I will have to give this flop level an S, mama. Okay, so let's get into it. So I loved this game, guys. I loved this game. I played it for about 2 years. I actually played it with my boyfriend Abe. We were in it together, and the DM was so good. Like, you know, so like he did the voices. He had like fucking soundboards and shit, and it was all very like huge drama and shit like that. I loved Clementine. Not Clementine, Toolbell. Some of the kind of things that stayed the same are, of course, the little country accent and the nice, positive outlook on life, and then also the lesbian moms. And in this one, his lesbian mom was, I don't know, like she had gotten kidnapped. Anyways, the game is coming to this point where we go to sleep one night and suddenly we end up in the Feywild. Out of nowhere. I need to preface that it's out of nowhere. We have never dealt with the Feywild ever before this. And we are locked and without any equipment to help ourselves or save ourselves. We are locked and tied to fucking like things. And the DM has us roll to have one of our limbs cut off. So we have our limbs cut off, and we also have to fight to escape this Feywild mansion that we're in. And at the end of it, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. You guys have to understand. It would be like if our game is continuing right now, and in Lila, we just ended up in the Feywild. Like, we don't know anything about this. We're just there now, and like, it was insane. And we had lost our arms and shit. And I'm like, okay, maybe let me talk to the DM about this. And I talk to him and I say, hey, girl, like, I think like you took a bit of our agency in this moment, and I think, and I would have been up for like this like shift, this really fucked up dungeon, of course, because I'm down. But I think you maybe should have like told us or like said that this is where you're going. And he ghosted me, and then the game fizzled out, and he never responded to anybody's messages, and the game was canceled basically right after I said that to him. And I put this on S because I'm very bitter about it. That fucking cunt. I speak my mind once, and no more game. But you know, it all works out.
Right.
Yeah, you know, I think it was insane. I lost my fucking leg, bro. I lost my leg. My friend over here lost her arm, and this man, like, I think I like we should have talked about this. No. So he ghosted all of us and never saw him again. But I will say that I have a soft spot for Tulabelle, and of course it became Clementine. And of course, I wouldn't be here with you guys if he didn't ghost me after I told him that I thought he was being weird.
Oh yeah.
So it works out. It was an S flop, but it led to an S game anyway. And I'm so sorry that went to fucking 20 minutes. I'm so sorry, but that is my presentation.